Led by 36 points.
Over the top comes Davies. Punches it out wide to Craig. He's by himself. Back up towards the centre wing position. Stemper. Also Fry. Fry recovers well. Weaves out of the pack. Looking for the long handball. Does it well. Sturt go up towards the half-forward line. McGarry up high there. Can't complete the mark. Michael Graham chipping in. He'll use his pace. Back turns. Going short. McGarry, and McGarry marks at centre half-forward for Sturt, just in front of Danny Jenkins. Andrew McGarry, some 40 metres from goal.
He's been quietly effective, Ken McGarry. I think Curley was well on top of him in the second quarter, but he's quietly effective.
McGarry with the kick up towards the goal, spading slowly to right. What's he done? I think he snuck it in. He has. That's his second. Sturt's 12. They go to 12 goals 9, leading Norwood 6 goals 7.
Yeah, well, he doesn't look like a top footballer, but he's doing a job. Around the corner went Michael Graham. Jenkins did all he could to stop the McGarry mark. Couldn't do it. And as you've just seen, he kicked the goal. Sturt doing it well still. 12-9, Norwood 6-7.
Davies and Walker. He was the player that was stretched from the arena. Certainly he's okay now, back on the ground, which is good news. Curley, rather surprised to find it in his lap. Gives the run now to Smale at centre wing. He's well clear. In turn looks for Gallagher, but too good Craig. And Gallagher vents his spleen. Not exactly a good happening between former teammates. Just a touch of bitterness by the looks of things. But Craig gets the 15-metre penalty. Draw your own conclusions. The ball midfield, Walker. Too slow to get rid of the ball, unloaded. And finally Hargrave.
Gallagher had a talk to the umpire then. He wasn't happy. He thought he'd been hit in the head, and he wanted the free kick.
Hargraves a long kick in towards full forward, but a fine mark taken in defence by the new player on is Malcolm Noble. Noble only about 30 metres out from his goal when he took that mark. Returns the ball midfield. Oh, gee, a shocking kick straight to Bagshaw, who said thank you. Bagshaw, kick long. Norwood in defence, a fine mark taken by Stemper. Runs the ball to Michael Taylor. In turn gives the run of play along the outer side to Thomas, who's dispossessed. Andrew Zoom does it well, but it's straight to Thomas. Dalwood. Back on the lead was Michael Taylor. Can't get the handball away. Coming through nicely Hill. The handball is not good. Graham Reid gets upended. Adler, a short pass out, will find Thomas on the outer side. Thomas has the speed to break clear. Puts a long one in towards full forward. Casey gets back. A dead heat with Winter. And just touched. Well done, Casey. 1 point Norwood.
The game certainly coming alive in the third quarter. As Peter Marcus said, more aggression from the Norwood side than wasn't the case in the first half. Casey with a kick-off towards Craig. Smile on the mark. Sturt 12-9, leading Norwood 6 goals 8. And we've played almost 15 minutes into the third quarter. Craig going short to Brand in the middle of the ground. He plays on Hoadley up towards the half-forward line. Not a good kick, but it will find Mutton. Mutton in front of Adler, right in the centre wing position. Goes in towards centre half forward, looking for Fry. Stephen Curley playing strongly at centre half back with the ball now. Puts the ball deep into the attacking area of the Norwood side. Turble up high, recovers well. Has a Norwood player loose, which is Hoffman, and finds that player on the half forward line. 30 metres from goal, going short, looking for Thomas, and finds Thomas only 15 metres from goal on a very, very slight angle.
Yeah, good movement by Turble then, Ken. Unfortunately, he had to jump with the big men, but he recovered beautifully, got the ball around to Smale, and Norwood are still putting in. They're not out of the game yet.
Thomas with the ball, only 15 metres from goal, directly in front, and makes no mistake. That's his first. Norwood coming back slowly. They go to 7 goals 8, trailing Sturt 12 goals 9.
Yeah, I think the Norwood moves have been good. There's Turble, brilliant recovery. And as Turble can do, he can deliver a ball. Finds Hoffman, and the ball went on. Quick movement by Hoffman. He saw the lead of Thomas, gave it to him on a plate, and the goal resulted. So the Norwood moves have paid off. Walker's back onto the field. That's important for them. Winter's got a few touches. Noble's at full back. Taylor and Gallagher are starting to get touches. So Norwood is still 5 goals down, but at least they're in there trying.
Hargraves and Walker. Hargraves coming in check side. A line ball at the centre bounce. Michael Taylor emerges with the ball. Puts it long to the half-forward line. No one there. Casey traps it well. Short to centre wing and Bagshaw. Bagshaw picking up many kicks today here. It's his 10th. As he doesn't actually kick the ball, gives it to Sander, who does, and a nice mark is taken on the half-forward line by Andrew Zilm. He's having a good game.
Yeah, Dunstan did everything to give away 15 metres there, and I wouldn't have blamed the umpire if he paid it. That's ridiculous stuff in a back line.
55 metres out. Andrew Zoom heads towards the northern end. A magnificent screw punt. It's going to be very close. I wouldn't be surprised if it's offline. 1 point. 1 point to Sturt, 12-10. Norwood, 7-8.
Stazanowski with the kick-off. Goes short. Finds Noble. He plays on quickly. Long kick up towards the centre wing position. Smile. Also, there is Martin, and Martin takes a fine mark for Sturt. Right in the centre wing position in front of the grandstand. Gary Mutton now will put the double blues well into attack. Up towards the full forward line. Up high there is Davies, punched by Stazanowski. Stephen Curley with the run of the ball. Back turn to the trouble, however, goes long towards Michael Taylor with the handball. Taylor in turn towards the outer side ground, looking for Bruce Winter. Can't find that player. Turnbull is there. Also Graham Reid. Reid recovers quickly. Handballs back to Eddie Fry. Good football, Sturt. Fry time to go short and finds McGarry, who is unchecked at centre half forward. He in turn gives it back to Fry. Fry up towards full forward, and stupid football by Stephen Curley. A fouling after disposal, and this has given Rick Davies the opportunity further up ground, only 40 metres from goal, directly in front.
There's probably Norwood players trying a bit too hard, Ken, and we saw Gallagher hit Craig after the event, and there was another one with Stephen Curley, but you can't do it.
Rick Davies now directly in front, 40 metres from goal. Just stabs it straight through the middle. Rick Davies' second goal. Sturt go to 13 goals 10, leading Norwood 7 goals 8, and we've played 17 minutes into this third quarter.
There's a giant of a player, Rick Davies, both in stature and also in the effect that he's having on this game. Norwood can't handle him. That's fair enough, I suppose, to say that, but Nick Walker and Dalwood and co, they just haven't got the experience or the ability to go with him. 13 kicks, 10 marks and 7 handballs and numerous hit-outs. He set up the play, and more importantly, one thing that those stats don't show, the amount of body that he's used. He's hit a couple of Norwood players very hard indeed. Rick Davies, a real giant today at Unley Oval.
Peter, I think he got a little upset earlier with a couple of the umpires' decisions, and it fired him.
Sure did.
You got upset too, I know, about the same thing. Bagshaw, but the handball is not a good one. Turnbull, and it's marked by Craig in defence. Craig at centre half back for the Blues. Nice looking drop punt pass to the half forward line, and Hargraves has been paid to mark. Didn't have a great grab on it. He might have even been paid the free kick for pushing the back. Most important thing as far as Sturt is concerned, he's got the ball, wobbles one to the half forward line. Turnbull backs into trouble. Davies wants back-up support, gives it across to Graham. He heads towards goal, chips out a pass. McGarry! Oh, he dropped it. He dropped the sitter. He should have swallowed that one. And the umpire has now called for a bounce.
He's a strange mixture of good and bad, isn't he, McGarry? When he does something good, it's pretty useful, but my God, his bad is terrible.
Nearly some said the umpire called for a bag to give it to him to catch it in. Curley working the ball away. McGarry does the tackling. McGarry still in there working hard. Zoom gets dispossessed. Players stack up, and the umpire this time will call for another bounce.
Pretty hectic stuff there in the centre half forward position for Sturt. Sturt 13-10, leading Norwood 7 goals 8. Umpire Magoa with the ball now. Walker. Also Davies. The bounce down. Walker. Davies with the tap down to Dunstan. Dunstan in turn to Stemper. He's pushed off the ball cleverly by Brand. This allows Fry in. He overruns the ball. Finally the handball looking out there for Leonard is too high. Fry recovers again, is tackled, and finally is penalised for a throw, and Norwood will clear from the half-back line. Going short towards Gallagher. Gallagher in the middle of the ground. Will the ball bounce him? It does. Picks it up. Time to steady now. Up towards centre half forward. Dalwood there, but so is Sanders. In fact, it's Richard Hill. Richard Hill takes the mark, and Hoffman on the mark. Hill now, the centre half back position forward, the double Blues. Back towards the centre of the ground. In there is Mutton. Over the top goes Turnbull. Ray Wilson, Eddie Fry, tackled well by Menzel. The umpire's whistle is gone, and what's the decision? Holding the ball. Menzel with the kick now in the middle of the ground. Good tackle by Menzel on that occasion. has a chance to put Norwood into attack onto the half-forward line. Up high is Winter. Hoffman reading the ball, the back of the pack, can't handle the ball at the moment. Casey comes in. Hoffman falls over, recovers. Dummies the handball, but finally the ball out of bounds. And a throw in the full forward line for the Norwood side.
Yeah, he's a little fighter, Hoffman, and he's fought all day for the ball, and if more Norwood players had done it, they'd be better placed at the moment.
Hargraves and Hill. The whistle is gone, and the free kick will in fact go to the Norwood player in Doward. Doward on the half-forward line, only some 35 metres from goal, and has a chance to put his third goal on the board and Norwood's 8th. Doward now, who hasn't been Norwood's worst player today, on a very acute angle, about 35 metres from goal. Norwood desperately needing goals in this third quarter. Doward now lining up. Hargraves on the mark. The kick's on its way. Is it coming back enough? I think it has. He's popped it through. That's his third. Norwood go to 8 goals, 8. Trailing Sturt 13 goals, 10. And we've played 20 minutes of this third quarter from the Unley Oval.
Hargraves and Doward. Doward gets a clever tap. Back to Gallagher, smothered off the boot. In goes Mutton, tries to barge his way through the pack, and the umpire calls for a bounce. Turnbull, the player on the ground. An unusual quiet here at Unley Oval. The crowd not really ecstatic about the game at all. Stemper to the half-forward line. Graham ducks the head, almost gets it pulled off, but wins the free kick just as well because the handball went straight out to Gallagher, who could have bolted towards the goal. Brand from check side of centre wing, Long looking for McGarry. Fisted away from that player. The pace of Michael Graham will get him there first. The line is close. He's centimetres inside the line. Does well to get out of it. Hooks it around the corner looking for Hollis. Has to stand his ground. Forces the ball down to McGarry. He'll want backup support. He in turn puts it high, wide and handsome. Over the top, almost Wilson. Andrew Zill! Fine goal. He was the leaper. Capped it down cleverly. The first to recover. And from point-blank range, put on his first goal. And the Blues 14. 14-10 Sturt. 8-8 Norwood.
Oh, brilliantly done, Zilm, and he came onto the ground after the injury to Heinrich. There's the big lad McGarry, puts in a high one over the shoulder. Watch the flight from Zilm, almost grabs it with the one hand, but he does what a lot of players forget to do. He followed up, gathered it in, and kicked the goal.
Back live now on the half-forward line for Norwood. Smile with the ball, using the body strongly up towards full forward. The kick's on its way, but offline, and Richard Hill, in fact, is first to the ball, but the ball out of bounds in the full forward line for Sturt. Sturt 14 goals, 10, leading Norwood 8 goals, 8, and we've played 23 minutes into this third quarter. A far more aggressive Norwood side in this term than was the case in the first half. Obviously, Neil Baum, their coach, would have said plenty of words, harsh words at half-time. The throw in, Winter up high. Tap down to Walk. Gallagher comes in. Finally, the ball out of bounds, and once again, a throw in will prevail in the full forward line for the Norwood side. 14-10 Sturt, Norwood 8 goals, 8, and about 12,000 people here at the Unley Oval. Throw in, Walker to Menzel. Norwood a chance here. The kick's on its way. Hill races the ball through the goals, and a minor score prevails. Norwood 8 goals, 9, trailing Sturt 14-10.
Quick thinking then by Richard Hill. Conceding the point. Comes grandstand side. Hargraves sets himself. Doward in front. Bagshaw at the back. Wants the handball. No support at all. Goes for the safety of the line and kicks into touch. And the ball almost refusing to run out of play.
Jim Bagshaw's a hard opponent. He really is, because when he's got the ball, he's normally got about 12 or 15 options as to what he's going to do with it. And perhaps the best thing you can do with when Bagshaw's got the ball is run straight at him. But even then you can be in trouble.
Taylor grubbers one towards Hoffman, who tries to use his body to get rid of Walk. Partially successful, hooks around the corner. On the lead is Walker, gets the bad bounce and favours Hill. Hill in turn has Reid running along the outer side, goes across goal. The ball sits nicely for him and goes towards centre wing, and there Leonard takes the mark low to the ground. Jeff Leonard, check side of centre wing to put the Blues into attack. McGarry gives the lead to the flank, going towards that player. At the back of the pack, he gets his hands to it. There Eddie Fry is doing battle with Zatto, or is it Stemper? And Stemper it is, and the umpire will call for another bounce.
A bounce down on the half-forward line, or just the forward side of centre for Sturt. Sturt leading convincingly at the moment. Up there is Curley. Also Brand up high. Sturt coming out, up towards centre half forward. All Norwood here with Grant Darwood in front, and Darwood takes the mark at centre half back to the Norwood side. Goes out wide. Looking out there for Stazza, also Jenkins. The kick's not a good one. Martin chips in. Players falling over the ball. Finally at Stazza. The hurried handball away. Bag short. Woodcock tries to get the kick away. Can't do so. Finally a Sturt through Craig. Up towards the half-forward line. Wilson by himself. Stepper's there. Stepper comes in. Body over the ball is pushed off the ball. And Frank Stepper, the former Woodville player, will take the free kick on the half-back line for Norwood. Sturt 14-10. Leading Norwood 8 goals, 9, and we've played 30 seconds of time on into this third quarter. Stemper now will put the ball out of the attacking area for the Sturt side, up towards centre wing. Craig in front and takes a fine chest mark. The former Norwood player in the centre wing position on the outer side ground. Michael Taylor on the mark. Neil Craig has had a good third quarter, goes short, looking out there for Davies, and finds Davies at half forward. Davies dummies the handball, runs around the play on the mark, goes in towards full forward. Not a good kick off the boot, and in fact Adler takes the mark on the last line of defence. Adler now will kick Norwood out of defence, up towards the centre wing position. The pack up high, Casey there, Michael Taylor, hurried handball away, tapped on, back towards Thomas. He's unloaded. Menzel in there with Bagshaw. Players going in over the ball, and finally umpire Rick Charlesworth will call for a bounce down on the half-forward line for Sturt. 14-10, Sturt, 8-9 Norwood, into time on by 2 minutes of the third quarter. Davies and Darwood. Once again, Darwood out-positioned by Davies. The ball forced out to Zoom, who's played well, but he couldn't get the handball away on that occasion. It's Gallagher who puts it back, but it's taken by Brand at centre wing. Brand. Sturt persist on attacking down that outer side. Leonard ballets out of trouble. Bagshaw sets it up on the half-forward line. Zoom again. Kicks long in towards full forward, setting himself there. Hargraves, Stazanowski in front, takes a fine mark under pressure. Stazanowski. Coming grandstand side. Looking for Dunstan. It's over that player's head. The mark almost taken there by Graham. Over to Eddie Fry, who puts it on its way, but offline for 1 point. 14-11 Sturt, 8-9 Norwood, close to three-quarter time. A kick in by Stazza will be effected in a few moments' time. 3 minutes of time on has been played in this third quarter. Stazza with the kick to the outer side ground. Looking for Darwood out there. Darwood up high, takes the mark in front of Jeff Leonard. Darwood on the half-back line for Norwood. Hurriedly plays on towards the centre wing position. Up there is Bruce Winter, also Turnbull. He can't hold the mark. Thomas recovers, back turns cleverly. Up towards centre half forward. Walker in front. Hill from behind, punched on by Hill. Brand is there, so is Hoffman. The handball, back to Taylor. He goes short across the ground, has Gallagher by himself, and finds Phil Gallagher, who nonchalantly handballs to Walker. He ducks the charge. Oh! Ducks two opportunities. Handballs back, and Colin Casey takes the ball through the point post, and Ryan has scored a golden opportunity missed there by Norwood.
Yeah, that wasn't good football by Gallagher. He took it far too easily. He was only 5 or 6 metres out. He should have kicked the goal, and I guess that tells the story. There's Gallagher. Should have had the kick. I think Walker was unsighted, then slipped over. Everything went wrong. When that happens, perhaps you should walk off the field.
Sturt clear the ball through Mutton. He's bolting across the centre line. An altercation behind play, and the umpire, Roger Mager, has taken the ball away from Sturt via Ray Wilson and given the free kick to Albie Menzel. Gallagher on the half-forward line, puts it high in towards full forward. Turble's left to fly, can't bring it down. Craig in there as well. Winding his way through the pack is Woodcock. Bounces one back to full back, and there Richard Hill casually puts it out of defence, but it's intercepted by Adler, who's playing a bewildering game. First you see him at full back, then in attack, and now he's up at full forward again, and the siren has sounded, but Adler has his kick after the siren. 30 metres out. Norwood down by 6. They badly need this one. A former specialist full forward. He shouldn't have a great difficulty with it. The kick is straight and true. A goal to Adler, his first. And another one after the siren to Norwood takes them to 9-10, trailing Sturt 14-11. Back with the final quarter in just a moment. Throw in the forward pocket. Johnson looks like he might be slightly concussed. Two trainers there with him. The tap down comes to Andrew Zoom. Bagshaw in there. Ducks ahead, wins the free kick. I think he probably slipped, and he's gone for cramp too. Lack of play from the Sturt skipper, who's been out for quite some time, or had been prior to the last couple of weeks. And now we see the head trainer looking at Johnson to see whether he is caught concussed or not. But Bagshaw, cramp and all, staggers back to kick Sturt forward. Paul Bagshaw, kick, he slipped it across to Davies, in actual fact, who had the kick at goal, but it's offline for 1 point. But it's purely academic, as Sturt have got this one bottled up 2 minutes into time on in the final quarter.
Stazza with the kick-off towards the outer side ground, looking for Menzel. Menzel marks on the half-back line, plays on quickly, up towards the half-forward line. Woodcock on the lead. He's come into this game in the final quarter, but all too late for the Norwood side. Plays on quickly towards centre half-forward. Adler up high from behind, one hand, can't control the mark. Craig in there, pulled off the ball, should have won the free kick. Adler recovers, pushes the ball out, stacks on the mill. No player can gain possession of the ball, and finally umpire Charlesworth will come and bounce down at centre half-forward for Norwood. 2 minutes of time on in this final term. Sturt 16-13, lead Norwood 12-16. Bounce down, Hargraves, Doward. Hargraves with the handball out towards Sanders. He's pulled off the ball. Graham Reed's in there. Pushed on towards Gallagher, but it's Hoffman chipping in. Up towards full forward. The kick's on its way. Looks good off the boot. What's he done? Oh, he's popped it through. Great goal there to Hoffman. That's his second. Norwood go to 13-16, trailing Sturt 16-13.
Oh, and a good effort too. He's tried hard all day. As Ian Day has said, he does a lot of his work in the forward line, but he's worked hard nonetheless. Curls around on the right foot and kicks truly. And Norwood have got to their closest point, I think, for the whole game, except, of course, when the game started. Hoffner kicked that second goal with his 19th kick.
At the centre bounce. Only 3 straight kicks the difference, but about 2 minutes left, and Michael Graham puts the Blues into attack. Has a bounce. Shoots a long one in towards full forward. Bagshaw getting back. One hand completes the mark. Well, that's Bagshaw at his best. Did it oh so casually, also nonchalantly, that it had to be Paul Bagshaw. Well, he's got to complete it now. It'll be a banana ball from there. He's right on the line. A banana ball for the uninitiated is the reverse to the check side punt, but he's going to try the drop punt. It's Bagshaw's 15th kick, and he's missed it. Interestingly enough, his statistics are very good indeed. We'll have a look at the mark first, Peter Marker.
Yes, holds Danny Jenkins out beautifully. Took the mark.
15 kicks, 9 marks, and 13 handballs.
Stazza once again with the kick-off to the outer side ground. Walker there, Davies from behind. Neither player can mark. In comes Smile. Long handball looking for Turville. Turville up towards half-forward. Winter, walk in there. Casey chipping in, but the ball once again I think will beat him out of play. No, it's Casey with the handball. This time it's out of bounds, and a throw in the half-forward line for Sturt. We've played almost 5 minutes of time on in this final quarter. Sturt 16-14, leading Norwood 13 goals 16. Casey, Doward, throw in. Doward with the tap down. Casey again pushing the ball on towards Sanders on the half-back line. Woodcock in there. Players collide, and the ball once again out of bounds, and the throw in on the half-forward line for Norwood. It's been a better performance in the second half by the Norwood side. Their first half was pathetic. The throw in, Doward, Casey behind is Winter. Coming out this time to Turville. He can't gain possession. In there is Leonard, and once again umpire Magor, should I say, will call for a bounce down at centre half forward. 16-14 Sturt. Only minutes remaining in this game, leading Norwood 13-16. The bounce down. Up high there was Winter. Then turn to Taylor. Taylor up towards full forward, but it's all Sturt as Graham Reed leads in the race for the ball, and he marks safely on his chest at centre half back. Graham Reed coming towards the grandstand side. Looking out here for Johnson. He's up high, but it's Thomas chipping in. Johnson over the back, all over Thomas's back, and in fact, the Norwood player, Keith Thomas, wins the free kick, just the forward side of centre.
Thomas too far out to score. Looking for a lead. Doward gives one half-heartedly. It's going in towards that player. sets himself. He'll over the top. The ball comes away to Gallagher. Gallagher needs support. Gets it from Michael Taylor. He's worked very hard, but there's the siren to end the game. A close win to Sturt, although the game wasn't as close as the final scores appeared. Sturt 16 goals 14, 110 has defeated Norwood 13 goals 16, 94.